Hey there, guys. How's it going? This is Chris Space right here. And in this blockchain basics video, we're going to be talking about who are the Cypher Punks, this mythic creatures of our blockchain past that have given us a lot of what we have, and that there's a lot of myth around it. I love the name. I love the reference to the cyberpunk artistic style and their backgrounds. And it's always a good idea to remind ourselves that crypto is not just about greed and about money making. It's about real principles that were coined by this, you could say, founding fathers of our blockchain, if you wanted to. Now, let's get to it. First of all, cypherpunks in a few words. It all started with a really famous character here called Judd Millen. And Judd Millen was a hacker and activist who coined the term in 1992. Okay, basically, she started calling a small group of scholars, usually mathematicians, programmers, and cryptographers, who started meeting at a company called Signa Solutions in California to talk about cryptography, programming, and privacy. This is pretty much like if you opened up a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group with your friends and just gave it a random nickname. They decided to call themselves the cypherpunks. And this made a good reference as to their origins. A lot of these people were not in it for the greed. They were scholars who really wanted to pursue values of privacy, of freedom, of autonomy, and help the world in different ways, right? Now, after Judd Millen coined the term, Eric Hughes, a mathematician, opens a newsletter called the Cypher Punks in 92 as well. And in today's standards, it wouldn't have been a great massive hit because from 92 to 97, in 6 years, they only had 2,000 subscribers, right? And so you can see that a lot of their discoveries, a lot of their white papers, a lot of their information was not something that people clapped about, right? It was very behind the scenes. It was very nerdy. It was very specialized. You only had 2,000 people in this newsletter that now we look back to and they really changed the world. And this is something to take into consideration when you're building a business anywhere. A lot of the biggest innovations in the world happen in silence. And by exposing yourself to specialists in different niches, you always get a really good advantage of getting this information firsthand. Now, in 1993, Eric Hughes publishes something called the Cypherpunk Manifesto, which we're going to be talking about right now, where he really stated in a little white paper values of privacy, freedom, autonomy, and more. And many of these thinkers contributed to the birth of Bitcoin and blockchain. A lot of these cypherpunks created different technologies, white papers, or philosophies that ended up soaking this whole revolution that we've been working on, right? Now, this is a screenshot from the Cypherpunk Manifesto, which you can Google it and you'll find it everywhere. But I'm just going to read the first lines because I think they're really important in the ecosystem that we're living now, that with NFTs and coins left and right, there's a lot of greed in it, right? So Eric Hughes wrote this: privacy is necessary for an open society in the electronic age. Privacy is not secrecy. A private matter is something one doesn't want the whole world to know, but a secret matter is something one doesn't want anybody to know. Privacy is the power to selectively reveal oneself to the world. So within this whole manifesto, the whole point was saying, hey, we're not doing this because we want to be secret and we want to be mischievous and we want to hide crime, like a lot of the negative crypto propaganda tells people that's happening, right? It's on the other hand, we're doing this because we want freedom, because we want autonomy, because we believe privacy is a right and we should be able to select which parts of our life we want to reveal to the public. And in a world where we have Facebook and Google being this monopoly of information, why do we have to be subdued on revealing absolutely everything to everyone? We need to get our privacy back and our freedom back. And that is what the cypherpunk movement really stands for. So I hope that you really enjoyed this. And this was a tiny video of blockchain basics. Follow me. Please go to blockchainentrepreneur.net if you want to get more information regarding blockchain, especially not how to invest, but how to become a blockchain entrepreneur. Again, that's blockchainentrepreneur.net, and I'll see you in our next video. Ciao, ciao.